Okay, I'm going to talk about the role of the marketer now. The marketer is probably the role that most students sort of worry about. And I often get students saying to me, oh, but I don't know anything about marketing. I didn't do science because I want to be a marketer or whatever. We're not expecting you to turn into a marketer by having, first of all, no formal instruction. But what we're trying to get you to do is think about things in terms of markets. And again, I've put some resources up there on the View site to help you. Now, I've been to a few marketing talks, mainly scientific marketing. And look, I hate to say this, it's not rocket science. Basically, marketing is all about identifying your customers, looking for some product that has a value to customers out there. So if you think about it that way, it's quite obvious. There's no use investing, if you are a commercial company, in an area where you're not going to have any customers. So when you think about marketing, think about who your customers are. For instance, I've had groups who they were food scientists, and they were going to put together a different type of beer. Actually, it was a beer that was raspberry flavoured. So as the marketer had to sit back and think, who am I trying to attract to buy this product? Are they young people? Are they female? Are they Australian? Are they international? Who are my customers? Are they existing beer drinkers that I'm going to try and convert over to drinking berry flavoured beer? Or are they a whole new range of customers who are not beer drinkers, and I'm trying to convert them from being soft drink drinkers or wine drinkers to becoming beer drinkers? The next question is, once you've identified your customers, is how much is the market worth? Example, if we look at the beer industry, you can find out what the Australian, the size in dollars of the Australian beer market. And you could be targeting to swing, for instance, 10% of that beer market across to your product. That instantaneously gives you a dollar value to the market that you are trying to attract. So if you think about it, it's not rocket science. It's no good, you're not going to be able to support your scientific officer who says, I have this really good product, and I think it's going to be great, if there's only going to be 100 people in the world who's going to utilise that particular product. You're just not going to make a profit. So these are the sorts of things that you have to think about as being a marketer. When we talk about profit, we're sometimes not talking always about financial profit as well. We also need to think about humanitarian profit and also sometimes environmental profit as well. For instance, one of the worst things to happen to a person is to get a very, very rare disease. The reason being is big pharmaceutical companies don't invest in research lines around very, very rare disease. The reason being is that there's not very much financial profit for the company. However, you could argue there would be a huge humanitarian profit. So if you want to think about the ethics of your company, then something your company may want to discuss early on is about what they consider profit to be. Whether or not you have the capacity or the financial financial capability to have maybe a humanitarian profit as well as financial profits as being important for your company. Environmental profit, of course, is very important as well, as we are looking after the planet. So you can also, for instance, have environmental profit as well in terms of protecting our environment. So if you are the marketer, don't get scared. There are lots of resources there available to you. One of the things that the marketer needs to do is what we call a SWOT analysis. and that stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And that is a template which is used in business all around the world to help companies make decisions whether or not to move into a particular area or not. It's a template or a framework where a company can say, well, our strength in this area or this market is this, this, and this. Our weaknesses are, maybe we are missing some key personnel we want to recruit. The opportunity may be huge because we can see that we're going to have a new market available that we're going to try and place our product in. And then, of course, we have the threats, and some of those threats can be competitors. It can be things like, if it's an agricultural product, it could be things like climate change or environmental fluctuations and things like that, which would impact on your ability to deliver your product. So SWOT analysis, again, is something which is used extensively in business and also in the research, in the university sector as well, to help decision making. And as I said, there are templates up on the View site to help you do that, and the marketer is going to be responsible for developing those for the product. So again, don't be scared if you're a marketer. I don't expect you to become fully versed in marketing techniques. However, by being a marketer, it exposes you to the way of thinking of a marketer. And this is really important for a scientist. So, if someone, you go to a meeting, people talk about SWOT analysis, and people do just rattle off that acronym like that, you at least be going, I know what they're talking about, which is, the purpose of us doing this unit in trying to push you outside of your comfort zones and move you a little bit broader than just dealing with scientists.